update. Minecraft Bedrock Preview 121.50.25 added some more stuff to the Pale Garden and changed the creaking. First thing is these flowers. So we got the eye blossom flower, and there's two variants. We got the closed one, and then at night they slowly open up, communicating with each other when they should. And if you break a open eye blossom, you get it as an open form. If you break a closed one, you get it in its closed form. And the closed form does turn into gray dye, while the open form turns into orange dye, which is really neat. So the eye blossoms communicate with each other to decide when they need to open and when they need to close. So I'm assuming this guy will open eventually. We'll come back and check on him later. But yeah, eye blossom flowers make this look more like a garden than it has previously, although we need more flowers. The eye blossoms are not enough. Just walking through, these definitely add some more atmosphere to this biome that it has desperately needed. What about changes to the creaking? Well, first things first, the walking animation has changed, and if you guys have seen the fresh animations pack for Java edition, the creaking looks like it has fresh animations turned on by default. But I mean, watch how that thing goes. That is, oh, that's creepy. Mobs need a motion update. Please, Mojang, update all the mobs to move like this. It also has new attack motions, and oh, that is so creepy. Oh, that is weird. Okay, yeah. You can stop. The creaking has new attack motions. It does more damage as well, so it's a little more of a threat. But they added a new block to the game. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's say you're attacking the creaking. It clearly shows the particles. Back to the oh my gosh. The Pale Garden really needs to be just natively home to the creaking. I hate these skeletons, zombies, creepers, and stuff. But anyways, so the creaking does show you back to its creaking heart. As you see around the creaking heart, around the tree that the creaking heart is in, there's this beautiful thing called resin, which when you break it, it just drops, of course, resin. And if you run out of resin, all you gotta do is go back and find your creaking pal and just start smacking him with just your fist, sword, whatever. Just start hitting him. I mean, you can make resin out of rotten flesh if you wanted to. Which, come to think of it, you will want to do this with a item that does not have durability on it, or else you will risk breaking your item just farming resin. Okay, I've been doing it for a while, and decent bit of resin has formed. Ah, yes, the beautiful resin. When you break it, you get the resin clump itself, and it doesn't require a tool or shears or anything. You can just hit it with your fist and you get it. And the best part is you can use it to trim your tools and trim your armor. I'm sorry, not tools. And this trim actually looks really cool with the resin. I love this. I just realized how small this Pale Garden biome is that I'm in. That is pathetic. Okay, you can use the resin for armor trim. It gives the creaking another purpose. What else does it do? Once you have some resin, you can either take it, put it into a furnace to turn it into resin bricks, or you can go ahead and craft it into its own thing of blocks of resin, which this looks so cool. And you can always just break the blocks of resin with your fist. I mean, it's very simple. And of course, those blocks of resin can be turned back into resin clumps. Also, while we're here, resin can also be dropped by the creaking heart, along with the creaking also doing that. Show me to your heart. Okay, so yours is over there. That's the creaking heart, so we're gonna go ahead and break that. It drops the resin in the experience, and the creaking crumbles. Okay, and now we got some resin bricks from the furnace, which can be used to craft resin bricks. Yeah, you got the resin brick and you can get resin bricks. Make that make sense, because it makes perfect sense. And of course, this can be stone crafted into the chiseled variations, slabs, stairs, and walls. Which, thinking about it, it's crazy to me that the most unsaturated biome of the Pale Garden brings you probably the most saturated block in the game.
By all accounts, it doesn't make sense.
And not to mention, just listen to this block. Makes me think I'm playing with like Legos or something. Like, this block just sounds really nice to place. I like this. And appropriately, the resin chiseled stone bricks do show the creaking's face on it, which is amazing. We got another mob face block. And just like this, it looks so good with the pale wood. I mean, Mojang definitely knew what they were doing with this, and it makes me so excited for this update. Something else worth noting, if you take the regular resin block, which again you get by not doing that, by doing this, yeah, by doing the 9x9 block of resin, you put it in the crafting table with pale logs, and you can get yourself your own creaking heart. I have my own creaking now, and it still attacks you even if you're the one that crafted its heart. I feel like that shouldn't be a thing. I don't know. I feel like the creaking should not attack you if you crafted its heart. So yeah, let's just watch this guy crumble one more time. I just realized the ambient sounds that come from this when you break it. That is so creepy. And there goes the Creaking, crumbling away. Just imagine the possibilities with the resin block, and it looks so good with the pale oak. I'll admit I probably went a little too overboard with it on this build, but I mean, hey, let's get used to using it. It's also worth mentioning, if you get yourself stuck in a 1x1 hole with a Creaking, the Creaking will eventually crumble or whatever it's called due to you being stuck in here and not be able to do anything. But yeah, you can have your own Creaking at your place, make a resin farm out of it, and it's phenomenal. Now imagine if you could auto damage these things. You'd have infinite resin. Between resin, Creaking animations, and the new eye blossom flowers, this update is looking really good. So yeah, I'm excited to see what comes of it. I can't wait to see what else they add. I mean, the resin already looks phenomenal. It's a block that goes very well with the pale oak, and I don't know, I just really love the resin block. I also love that resin is the most saturated block in the game, found in the most unsaturated biome. Let me know what you think of the new resin block, the Creaking animations, and the fact that it does more damage when it attacks you. So check out my most recent episode of the guide on the screen now, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. I have officially found the smallest pale garden biome in the game.